hey there, hey there, hey there, hey there, hi. Hello, 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 hello. How are you doing? How are you doing? My name is Jettison. But as always, you can call me Jets. And that's Jets. Jets. You're on my channel now, which means that you are in a quiet and a safe space. So this is part of my little Sims4 series. I have 2 other videos before this one that follows along with my legacy family, my Sing family. I do plan on filming another video about them. Probably come out sometime in May. But I thought I would introduce us to some of the other Sims that I have in my world that I have created or that I have like taken from the Townies and kind of fixed them up and given them some stories. I will put some photos as I speak about them in the video, and yeah, I'm just gonna introduce you to some of my little characters that live in the world along with my Sings. So the first one that I'm going to introduce you to, his name is Austin Bravo, like Johnny Bravo, that 90s cartoon. And you'll see why he's named that. But he is his traits, he's a goofball and outgoing and a bro. And I believe he was a townie that I just kind of fixed up, and I sent a picture of him to my sister once I like finished with him, and she was like, he looks like young gravy. And to be fair, she's not wrong. There's nothing wrong with that. But he has the aspiration neighborhood confidant, which is this sim wants to provide all manner of advice to be a positive influence in the lives of their neighbors. I'm not sure exactly what pack that came with. It might have been the farm one, if I'm thinking of it correctly. But yeah, he's just a cute little blonde guy. Wears his little Hawaiian shirt that's mainly undone, and his little shorts and sandals. But what's really fun is that he's actually a vampire, and he's slightly creepy, as all vampires should be. I don't really believe in the sexy vampire, I guess. I want my vampires to be creepy, so that's why he looks like that. Kind of looks like a little gremlin. Yeah, I mean, imagine if you saw this guy just walking around in his cute little Hawaiian shirt, and then next thing you know, he looks like that, and he's gonna suck your blood. So I thought it was cute. But another little fun thing about him is that he has a Pomeranian, and her name is Xena, named after Xena from Warrior Princess. And she is dressed as a hot dog, as you can see in the photo. I haven't really got to play with them that much. I do want to. It's just, when I do play Sims, I'm usually focusing on my legacy family, and then these characters, because I have, what's that called, neighborhood stories on, and so there's always constantly babies being born or people dying, and so the game will regenerate, random townies. And so sometimes if I don't feel like actually playing the game, I'll go in and I'll just make over the townies. And I believe, like I said, he was one of those Townies that I remade. So he's cute. And I will, if there's any of these Sims that y'all really like, maybe I could make longer videos about them and play their story out. But yeah. So the next one is a woman named Tara Herbert. And her traits are cheerful, cat lover, and romantic. And she was another Townie that I remade because she just randomly popped up and I saw her in the little gallery and I was like, oh, she's cute. And her aspiration is self-care specialist. So that means the Sim wants to make it big with monetizing bonus activities like offering manicures or attending the massage table at the spa. And what's also fun about her is that she's an alien, and she is one of the most beautiful aliens I've ever seen. Now, I did fix her up a little bit, but she is so cute. Like, oh my goodness, she's beautiful. Like, if I was in The Sims, she would be my wife. Gorgeous, 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 gorgeous girls. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous girls. And then she also has a little kitty cat. It's a female Bengal in a blue sweater, and her name is Kimber. And I have not played with Tara and her cat yet. I just made them over, and I was like, you're going into my save. Because like I said, she's just so pretty. I thought I would add wood tapping in this video because sometimes my fingers get tired just doing this in the videos. But I love wood tapping, so I thought I would add it in this one. Okay, so I'm looking at my iPad, by the way, because I have all their photos pulled up so that I don't forget what they look like. So the next two are a really fun one. I believe the boy, or the man, was a Townie, and then I created the other one that goes along with him. But his name was, I believe, generated, and it is one of the I think it's from Island Living Names, and I looked up how to pronounce it and it said Dodonk. That's not how that's spelled, but I guess that's how it's pronounced. And then I'm not even gonna try with her last name because it's got an apostrophe in it and I don't want to butcher it. But I think it's Vanu Ubo. Maybe that's how it's spelled. But he is paranoid, unflirty, and mean. And his aspiration is public enemy, which means he wants to make enemies and be a famous criminal. And I was like, wouldn't it be so fun if I gave him like a cute little villain outfit? So that's why he's got like the white hair and the mask, and he's got like a little scar on his face because he's a villain. He's got red eyes. He's super cute. And then to go along with him, I made him a twin sister, and her name is also generated, and I also don't know how to pronounce it, but I'm gonna go with Ingrid, maybe. But her traits are confident, cheerful, and good. and her aspiration is the same as Austin's. She wants to be a neighborhood confidant, which she wants to provide all manner of advice and be a positive influence in the lives of their neighbors. So she's a superhero as opposed to her villainous twin brother. And as opposed to his white hair, she has blue hair. She's got the purplish eyes as opposed to his red eyes. She's got really cute, colorful makeup. And she's wearing that, I don't remember what it's actually called in the game, but it's got like the little unicorn thing on the front. She's wearing the blue version of that superhero outfit. And I haven't played with them either, but I have an idea for them. So those are my villainous and superhero twins. Okay, and then the next one that we have, her name is Lindsay Vega. Vega is her marital name. And she's this really cute redhead. I made her. She was not a townie. And I sent a photo over to my sister and she was like, she looks like Danielle Ackles. If you don't know who Danielle Ackles is, that is Jensen Ackles' wife. And Jensen Ackles plays Dean Winchester on Supernatural. And I did not try to make her look like Danielle Ackles, but now that I look at her, she really does kind of look like her. She's just got green eyes. As opposed to Danielle, who I think has brown. I'm not sure. But anyways, so her traits are good, outgoing, and foodie. She's a little business lady. And she has my favorite set of lips in the game, where it's kind of like, I mean, you'll see in the photo, but it's like she doesn't really have a cupid's bow, it's just kind of like boop, and I love that lip set. Her aspiration is freelance botanist, which means she wants to grow plants and become an expert gardener. So her husband is Reina Vega, and when she met him, this is what he looked like. Oh, you know, over here, just a little cute, dark-headed, bearded man. He has my favorite nose, one of my favorite noses in the game. Cute little dark hair, bushy eyebrows, you know. And he is a goofball, a music lover, and family-oriented. And his aspiration is big, happy family, which means he wants to build a large, loving household. So yeah, they met, fell in love, got married, and then Lindsay gets pregnant, and they're having a little baby. So it is not until Lindsay gives birth to her daughter that she realizes that Reina is actually an alien, and this is what he actually looks like. And I think he is so adorable. I love Reina as much as I love Nico from My Legacy, and I love Nico a lot. And Reina is right up there with them. I don't know what it is about Reina, specifically when he's in his alien, like his true form, but he is just so precious to me. But yeah, anyways, so it's not until Lindsay gives birth to their daughter that she's like, oh my god, my husband's an alien, and my baby is also an alien. Their daughter's name is Estella, so her name's Estella Vega, and it causes a bit of discourse in their marriage, because she's like, oh my god, you like kept this secret from me this entire time that I've known you, and I was pregnant with this alien baby I didn't know about. But Lindsay, you know, she realizes that she loves her husband and she loves her daughter. It's just going to be hard dealing with the in-laws, considering they live in space. But this is what their daughter looks like now that she's a teen. As you can see, she has Lindsay's hair, but she has her father's skin. And she does have a human form, where she looks pretty much the same, but she has like a human skin tone. But she prefers to be in her alien form. And honestly, Reina typically is in his alien form as well. Him and Nico are actually good friends. So that's my Vega family, and I adore them. They're so precious to me. As you can see, Stella's a teenager now, and I've played with her since she was a baby. She should be close to being a young adult, honestly. I just haven't played with them in a while. Okay, so the family after that is my Bathory and my Paris family. And they are vampires. So they don't have a dark form because they are what I consider pure vampires, and pure vampires are born and not made. Now this is my own little headcanon and stuff for my own game. So in my save, if you're a pure vampire, then you were born from two vampires. So you don't actually have like a human form, or I guess a dark form, because you're always in your dark form. But this is Elizabeth Bathory, named after the woman in history who was rumored to bathe in the blood of virgins. And just like that real life Bathory, this Elizabeth is also obsessed with looking young and beautiful forever. The problem is that the older you get, the more disgusting you get. And as you can see in her photo, she's already getting like the veins around her eyes and over her cheek right there. So she is aging despite her best efforts, but her traits are snob, romantic, and self-absorbed. And her aspiration is soulmate, so she wants to find and live a rewarding life with the one. And she is married. Now, if that's her soulmate, I don't know. I don't think she knows either. But that's Elizabeth. And then her husband is Raoul Paris. And I think in the photo it's gonna kind of make him look like red skin toned. He's black. He doesn't have red skin. He's a black man. But he is jealous, ambitious, and hot-headed. And my little headcanon for him is that he likes to fight with werewolves, which is why he has that scar. And I believe he also has a scar on his abdomen. But he likes to fight with werewolves. And his aspiration is also public enemy, which, wants to make enemies and be a famous criminal. But I thought he was very striking because he's got the really bright blue eyes. And the Bathories to me are kind of like the Targaryens in Game of Thrones, where they try to keep their bloodline pure by marrying other family members. By the time Elizabeth was ready to marry, there weren't any prospects for her, so she had to marry outside of their family, which has never really been done before for the Bathories. So, like I said, is he her soulmate or not? I don't know. Maybe she's got an uncle that she had an eye on. It's The Sims. So, Orpheus Bathory is Elizabeth's father. And he is evil, lazy, and erratic. And as you can see, he's pretty disgusting looking. He's got really sunken eyes. He's starting to look more vampiric than he does human. And Elizabeth does not want to look like that. But her father is evil, lazy, and erratic, and his aspiration is vampire family. So he wants to have a family full of vampires. Just wants to have his legacy live on, basically. Now, I don't know what happened to Elizabeth's mom. I have really not thought it through that far. But she doesn't have a mom, so I don't know, maybe she got killed by werewolves, who knows. But Elizabeth and Raoul have a daughter, and her name is Neptune. Neptune Bathory Paris. And her traits are confident, mean, and slob. And as you can see, she takes after her father's traits more than she does the Bathory traits. Because she also has the dark skin, the light blue eyes. She's dyed her hair purple. But she wants to be a master vampire, which they just want to become a wise and powerful vampire. That's basically what that means. But she's a teenager. And I don't know if I want them to have another kid or not. I wonder how long vampires stay pregnant for. I mean, in the game it's only 3 days, but I could have a different headcanon, you know. Okay, and then the last little set of Sims that I'm going to show you, if you watched my fanfiction video, you know what I'm focused on right now when it comes to fanfiction. So I did this a while back, but I created some of the characters from Attack on Titan in my game, and this first one I'm going to show you is Hanji Zo, and I made these. I did not get them from the gallery, because I like to make my own Sims, but their traits are ambitious, cheerful, and genius. And I always have them dressed in that lab coat from Strangerville. They actually live in Strangerville, because I was going to play out that storyline with these characters, because it makes sense to play it out with them. And I have played the Strangerville storyline before, and I really, really enjoyed it, but I was going to do it with these Attack on Titan characters this time around. So Hanji's aspiration is the curator, and it means this sim wants to collect everything this world has to offer, which I thought made sense for them. And they're so cute. And in the show, Hanji's hair is like a purplish red, but I play base game. Well, not base game, but I don't have mods or anything because I play on console, so the closest I could get is the kind of like auburn hair on there. And then to go along with Hanji, they are roommates with Erwin, and I also made him ambitious, confident, and a book lover, because we know how important that book was to him. Gotta get to the basement. And his aspiration is nerd brain, so it means he wants to be both book smart and handy. And I just have him in this little like military jacket thing because he's in the Strangerville military, and Hanj is in the Strangerville sciencey career thing. So how that fit them. I'm not exactly, I don't know, I don't really like how Erwin looks. I feel like maybe his jaw's too long or something, but he's kind of like hawk-like. That's how he's described a lot. So, with those really piercing eyes. And of course, he's gonna have ginormous eyebrows, so. And then, of course, to go along with them, I added Levi. And I worked so hard on him, and I'm very proud of how he looks. And his traits are loner, moody, and unflirty. Because I had canon that Levi's ace. Now I do like him and Erwin together, but honestly, I don't think Levi has done anything with anybody. I think he's very ace. So his aspiration is the Strangerville mystery, and Strangerville is holding some deep, dark secret, and this sim wants to uncover why all the townsfolk are acting a bit strange. So they get to solve a little mystery together, and I was also going to go in and add Moblet and Mike, because I want to get the vets in there all together, and they can all live together and be happy and not dead. So, you know, just living out my little fantasy, making sure they're happy and not riddled with PTSD. But yeah, that is just some of the Sims that I have in my game. There's a lot more than that. I thought I would just show y'all. I think that was 14 Sims. That's just some of the ones that I have in my game. And if there are any that you want to hear more about, or that you're curious to see what I do with, just let me know in the comments. And like I said, I will be updating us further on my Legacy Sims, probably later this month. So I will get working on that too. But I hope you enjoyed this little wood tapping, soft speaking, and I will see you in the next video.